All right, from myself, truth is hidden by petty selfishness. Truth is also hidden by ignorance because we don't know what we don't know. Petty selfishness can be likened to when we fail to count our blessings. And these are examples, okay? When we fail to count our blessings and we take things for granted, when we focus on things we do not have and become distressed, when we forget to show gratitude and adopt a sense of entitlement, when we do not share and care, and when we don't realize that happiness from material things do not last, and yet we keep on desiring them. These are some of the petty selfishness we bring onto ourselves and ignorantly prevent ourselves from experiencing the real ananda that is inherent within us. And petty selfishness is not good for anyone to have, and actually hindrances to our spiritual growth. Our moments of selfishness hide our ananda when we mistake the rope for the snake. Sai Ram. Any comments on this?
See you see the whole idea of that seva in the center and all of us who are involved in some way, because when we do those work in our organization, there's really no reward as such, or there's no points, or there is no monetary gain. So orientation program here is that we are doing an action, but there's no reaction. But whereas in the workplace or any other place, there is a reaction. But only in this place where we are asked to do work, but when we don't get any response, then we are orientated towards an idea that we are moving away from the normal way of thinking. And so it is an orientation program to develop selflessness. So the degree of selflessness is what that is going to reveal the truth, because selflessness will lead us to the Atma. So in the opening line of this statement is, truth is hidden by petty selfishness. The more and more selfish we are, they form like layers and layers that covers up the truth. So our job is to keep on practicing the selflessness, and as how last week Niranjan explained in the Nurturing Spiritual Growth, when we are continuously absorbed in doing this selfless work, then we are supposed to superimpose that selflessness in the normal work that we are doing, in the office work we are doing, family work, and then whether when we do those work, are we also as selfless as what we are doing in our service work, in our selfless work? Because then when we keep on doing work and we don't care about promotion, don't care about recognition, suddenly we find that whole place, that workplace also becomes a service activity. So when we do that, then only that karma can become a yoga. Otherwise, karma remains karma. Only when we do the selfless work and dedicating the results to God, can we move towards selflessness. So this is a very important concept that we must really practice it, not just in the Sai Center or the service work, in our own daily life, whether we are leading. How we know this is that very simple. When you do something and then you don't get credit for it or don't get recognized for it, so you see your own emotions. Or when you want something, you didn't get it, see your emotions. Because those emotions are indicators that probably we should start developing spiritual maturity. So these are very, very nice indicators to see how much we have progressed. So if we do everything and then finally we don't even get any credit for anything, and you look back and see, and you're not bothered about that, wow, that is what we should move towards. So this is what this whole statement is, a very powerful statement.
I think I'll share that what Sister Rama Devi shared in Los Angeles conference, that she was working in a hospital and where the doctor-patient relationship was very bad. Even the staff were not very happy, and a lot of people used to leave there were a lot of resignations from the East Department of the hospital. when she joined, she was taken aback that there's no cooperation between the doctors, there's no cooperation with nurses and everything. And she was really disturbed coming from a Sai background. She thought that, how can I live in this? Because I have learned how to cooperate and love people. And it was very difficult because everybody was very selfish. So what she did was that she thought to herself that Swami, give me strength. I want to bring change in my department first. So what she did was that she started going extra way to help her nurses, her colleagues. Like in the medical field, that you have to do some 36 hours of work or something like that. You're on call or something like that, and somebody has some work. So she will say, "Don't worry, you go. I will take care of your work." The nurses will say, "No, don't worry. You want to go home, you go. Yeah, you want to leave that to me, I will do it." Which she was supposed to do like this. Slowly, she started helping the colleagues and the nurses in her department. And it so happened that people's behavior towards her started changing. Then, after practicing for 3-4 months, what she did was that she talked to one or two of her colleagues, saying that, can we do a treatment based on human values instead of looking at the reports of the patient and then what their position, power, and which part they are or something like that. All those things, forget it. Just give the same treatment to all the patients with the same care and love based on human values. She talked about human values and Sai teachings to the one or two of us colleagues. It so happened that those doctors started working. Said, yes, it's a good idea. Let's do the treatment based on human values. So even the patients who were very, very rude to the doctors earlier, these 2 or 3 colleagues started talking lovingly. Okay, sir, no problem. It was a mistake. Though it was a patient mistake, but it's okay. No, we'll try and correct it. But you remain calm. We'll take care of it. So what happened that slowly the patients also started feeling the vibration of love and care. And it so happened that within 6 to 1 year, the whole ward, the management saw that nobody has resigned from her ward. At the same time, when the patients have gone home, they have given a very, very, very good report about this department. So management, which was struggling to retain the staff, came to their department and asked, "What have you done to bring this change that we were struggling for many years?" And they pointed to Rama Devi, saying that she is the person who brought the human values in the ward, and that's what we are so cordial relationship between all the staff and all the nurses and the ward boys and the colleagues and even senior doctors. Hospital was so impressed that they called Rama Devi and said, "Can you do this training for all the departments in this hospital, from the ward boys to the senior physicians, so that can they be example the way you have been treating, so that we can get a good rating from the patients and our hospital reputation goes up." And it so happened that within next year, the resignation rates, the rating of the patients improved very high for the hospital. So this is how, it's an example, and now she has been called by other hospitals to train the doctors and the nursing staff and the ward boys in human values. So you see that how a person can bring such a big change by just following the values which she has learned from the Sai to the workplace. And this is what was a very inspiring story. I always took it back and I shared with a lot of people. And they're really impressed that, yes, we can also do, we cannot just sack a person because he's not giving the result, but we can see that what is the reason why he's not giving the desired result, and then try to understand and see whether he can improve or not. And this is how the love and caring will increase. And this is how what is a practical spirituality, I think.